Hello, it is Monday. It is a new weekly reading vlog. I have just been filming my video for Lisa's 12 Friends 12 Books thing, and I am excited for her to read my book. I'm not going to show you what it is because you'll have to wait for Lisa's video. But yeah, I'm trying to get on top of everything. I've got the vlog that's go up tomorrow to edit. I've got 2 other videos that I need to edit and get uploaded. I had this to film for Lisa, and I am doing some work on some of my spreadsheets because I've also decided, like an idiot, that I want to do 12 Friends 12 Books thing. So I have been making graphics and getting people to pick books and organising spreadsheets, and I think I've lost my mind. So that's good. Hamish is having a big stretch there, if you could hear him. But yeah, I finished whatever book it was, Dial Green. I finished it last night. I really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed it. I loved. This is one of the books that I was saying. So you get some books that are really surface level, and then you get some books that really delve deep into subjects. And this is one of the ones that sort of dove into it. And I know it will continue throughout the series. I feel like it should continue. You know, the relationship between the sisters, because the next one is Astrid's book. So hopefully we'll get more of that reparation in the family. But I really enjoyed it. I'm really looking forward to reading Astrid Parker now, and yeah, it's time to pick a new book to read. I don't know what I'm going to read, but since I finished a hardback and a paperback, I'm going to grab Atalanta, which is the only hardback. 1 second. So Atalanta is the only hardback left in the pile, basically. Or so you see. This is a lovely signed copy. So I think I'll put this into my book bestie and take this down with me to read. And I'll also pick a paperback and see how I get on. I have downloaded the audio for This Poison Heart because I'm scared of it. So I don't know if I'll take that just now with this, which I am slightly unsure of, or if I'll pick up something that I think I'm guaranteed to like. Maybe just time to bite the bullet and read something I'm not keen on, or I'm not keen on, that's the wrong word, that I'm not sure on, and then I can reward myself. I have also decided I really want to read Wildfire by Hannah Grace. Maddie at Book Browsing Blog read it, and they were like absolutely loving it. And now I really want to read it because I really enjoyed Icebreaker. So did Maddie, and based on their reaction, I want to read it now. I actually did message them like, stop it. Stop it. I have a TBR, it's too big. And they were like, sorry, but it's just that good. So I might do that. That is going to be, I'm thinking of making it my reward for finishing my TBR. But I've read 6 books, which means I have 8 books left on my TBR. So we shall see. But I'm going to go because I actually have stuff to do. And you are taking up a lot of my time. You should think about that. Hello, it is Tuesday. I am just home from work, as you can see. And I have a book to unbox. I have so many pre-orders at the moment. I'm not even sure what this could be. Well, I know what it could be, but there's a few things that I've got ordered. I've yet to receive my copy of Final Threads, but this is too thin for that. It could be Ramblin' Man. It could be the next Heartstopper hardback. It could be, I think that's it, maybe one of those 3. See, I'm going to guess Ramblin' Man. It's Ramblin' Man, which isn't actually published technically until day after tomorrow. So here we go. And there's the signature on the edges. It's supposed to be signed, so it's got exclusive end papers. Oh, this is lovely. This is one of his drawings. So let me see. So nothing on the back of that. Obviously, I don't know why I showed you that. This is one of his drawings, which is really cool. It's just the thing on the side. This is, it's the same as his other one. It's got this on it. And then what else do we have? Oh, this is really, so it's also signed. So this is like his official autograph signature, and this is a hand signature. I don't know if people know, how many people know or whatever, but Billy Connolly has Parkinson's disease, and so this particular signature is a bit wobbly because of that. So that's kind of lovely that he's taken the time to actually hand sign this. That is really lovely. Oh, that kind of makes me sad though. Yeah, I love Billy Connolly's sort of little memoirs that he does. This is the fourth one. So, Tall Tales of Me Stories and Windswept and Interesting. I want to say there's another one, but it's not said in here, so I'm probably wrong. But yeah, so like, it's kind of like a lot of his stand-up kind of condensed into books, because a lot of his stand-up is just stories from his life. So it's nice to have that immortalised, not only in his stand-up that's filmed, but also in a way that's, you know, in writing. Oh, this is really cool. I'm really happy with this. That's so cool. Yeah, I almost missed the couch there. This is going to be on next year's TBR. It's so pretty. Oh, I'm so glad I bought this. I love Billy Connolly. I absolutely love Billy Connolly. Probably trying to eat my own hair as well. Right, I am going to go because I need to make myself a sandwich because I am starving. Like, I'm so hungry, it's unreal. And I need to eat. Hello. Sorry, Hamish just looked at me when I said hello there. It is Thursday. I've been really crap at vlogging this week. It's been a bit of a week. We've had a death in the family, and we've been scrambling to arrange to go to the funeral the past day or so. So it's just been a wee bit busier than normal. But I have not one, but 2 packages from Waterstones. Both pre-orders, and I know what both of them are, but I thought, you know, I'll open them with you. One should hopefully be Fragile Threads of Power, and the other should be Heartstopper Volume 4. So, I think this is Heartstopper. Yes. So cute. Oh, look at it. Oh my god. The purple and the yellow together are a choice. Fantastic. And it obviously has another mini comic inside. See, the thing I like about the mini comics that you get in Heartstopper. So it's called A Very Special Day. The thing I like about so there's been a whole load of new books recently that have been coming out with different versions, which have exclusive content in the back, an extra chapter, etc. And a lot of people are really annoyed, and rightly so, because you then have to buy multiple editions to get these extra bits. So it's quite a money grab, I have to say, be it probably the publishers or the booksellers, probably the publishers. And I'm just taking the sticker off really carefully so as not to get the foil in. Perfect. It's still sticky though. Stop putting stickers on things. Oh, for God's sake. Anyway, so as I was saying, yeah, like extra chapters and stuff. Like there's a new edition of Fourth Wing that's got 2 chapters from Xaden's point of view, which I actually really want to read. But I'm not paying an exorbitant amount for a new book, you know. But because Alice Oseman is an absolute gem of a person, they have all of the Heartstopper comics, all of them, on the webtoons and the other formats that they upload Heartstopper to. So this comic is probably one I've already read on webtoons. It's available free for you to read on webtoons. You know, I mean, to be fair, I would be a bit cheeky because I think Alice is getting a good fair whack of money out of Heartstopper now, especially since it's free on webtoons, but people are getting the special editions and things like that as well. Like, this is why I like Alice. Alice is very keen just to share their work. But yeah, second one, this should be Fragile Threads of Power. This should be the Waterstones exclusive edition. So let's see what we've got. It is indeed. So, oh, hello. Look at that. That is beautiful. That is absolutely stunning. I don't know if there was different versions or if it was all red. Like, I don't know if you got like a red. Whoa. I know for something there was different versions of the book, but I don't know if it was for the Waterstones edition. There's the end pages, or if it was for, I think the arc was in different colours. It is signed by Schwab. But yeah, this is really pretty actually. I'm really excited about this. Excellent. Very happy finally to have this, and I'm really happy with the edges. That's really nice. This is a weird cover. It's like, I don't know if you can see, like, so this bit's shiny and it has that smooth feeling, that smooth like glossy feeling, and then this is really, it's like paper, like paper, like just paper. Like, it's so weird. It's all tactile, which is really cool. I'm not going to try and get that sticker off because it'll just rip the paper, so nice. Very happy with that. This was published in September. I've been waiting for that long to get it, but worth it, especially since I know I won't be reading it until next year. So fantastic. Anyway, I'm going to go and relax and watch some YouTube, and then just, I don't know. Good morning. It is, well, technically it's afternoon. It is Sunday. I did not vlog yesterday at all because I had a horrendous migraine and couldn't focus until stupid o'clock. So yesterday was just a little bit of a mess. I ended up, so I was listening to an audiobook. What was I listening to an audiobook of? I had an audiobook on. This Poison Heart. So I read the entirety of This Poison Heart yesterday, and I liked it. I really liked it. It was very middle of the road for me again. I think I just don't gel with the type of YA story that it is. Me 5 years ago would have loved it. Me now wants it to go a bit deeper. And some YA does that. It's I get that. Like, I've found some YAs that I'm still really enjoying, but the way it was written was the kind of YA where it's, I suppose, more on the younger side, where it's quite surface level and doesn't quite dive into things, which is not bad. It was well written. I really enjoyed it. I loved the mythology of it. I really, really enjoyed it. I enjoyed it the same way I enjoyed Cinderella's Dead, but it was like a 3.5. read rather than it being like a new favourite. Glad I read it. Will not be reading the next one. Looked up reviews, looked up the synopsis of it and everything, like what happens in it, and I don't feel like I need to read it. But I really enjoyed This Poison Heart. Then migraine, couldn't do anything. We were watching someone that we watch do like ghost hunt stuff is doing a live stream from the War Museum. It's like Ed and Lorraine Warren, who are the ones that did like all the stuff like that ended up in the Conjuring franchise, so like the Conjuring, the Nun, Annabelle, like all that sort of stuff. The Warrens were the people that actually dealt with these real life cases, and their families will have a museum where they hold thousands of haunted objects. Like they have the real original Annabelle doll, the one that did the damage, the one that did the thing. They have the movie one because they now believe that the movie one is cursed from like the filming. They have like this shadow doll that's got real human remains in it, which is the shadow doll's really creepy. You don't even look at photos of it. That's how people used to curse people with the shadow doll, is they'd send them photos, and if they opened the thing and looked at the photo, they would be cursed. The shadow doll is really, really creepy. But they've got all these things, and these guys they have the permission of the people. Like, they're really, really serious. Like, they're the only people that have ever been allowed to film in there, because they're really, really serious about how, like, dangerous these things are. So they're getting to actually stay and live stream from there. The live stream went down a while ago, about an hour ago. I don't know if they've been able to get it back online or not. But they're doing like ghost investigations while they're in there. They're actually like, someone has to be in there at all times. They're locked in there. They are staying, sleeping, doing everything in there. It's and they're raising money for Feed America. So they might still be live by the time you see this, because every $100,000 raised adds an extra night. And yeah, they're really going for it. The last time I checked, before I went to bed last night, they had nearly $200,000 raised, and they're trying to raise $666,000. There we go. For Feed America, which will get 6.6 million meals for people in America. I'm not 100% sure what it is, if it's a homeless charity, if it's I'm not quite sure, but yes, we watched that yesterday quite a lot, and then I had to reorganise my desk because it was a mess. I did that while listening to the Kaylin Barron. Put some washing on, then we had some dinner, then my headache really started, and I couldn't really do much after that. Went to bed at like 9-10 o'clock. Couldn't sleep because my hip is really badly, like, I've really badly knocked it, and the tissue around it is reacting. It's really, really sore. Like, it's all swollen and stuff, so like lying down is so uncomfortable, so I couldn't sleep. So I decided to read a Kindle book, because I have like, I'll do that video later where it's like all of my Kindle library, but I've got like almost as many Kindle books as I do actual books. So I was like, maybe I'll get a start on that, since there's no audio for any of the other books that are on my TBR this month. And so I started Behind the Net, I think it's called. I can't remember who it's by, but I ended up really enjoying it. Like, really enjoying it. It's a KU book, but you can get it like an actual book and stuff as well. I really enjoyed it. It was such a good story. It's a hockey story, but you see it from the point of view of both love interests, like main characters. So you get a lot about, not a lot, but you get the elements of the play, and you get to see games. And I used to watch ice hockey when I was at home. I used to go see the local team. They're in like the they play in the Elite League. It's I don't know if it's Scottish Elite League or British Elite League, but they play against like bigger teams and stuff, but not bigger teams, but like I don't know. Yeah, so I used to watch them a lot, and I really enjoy ice hockey and rugby are my two favourite sports. Yes, I know they're both violent, I know that probably says something about me, but I just really enjoy, like, the skill. For me, ice hockey is such a fantastic skill. Like, you're not even just running around with the puck, like, you're doing it on blades, on ice. I used to love ice skating as well. Like, there was a nice rink in the town, kind of one of the bigger towns close to me, and we used to go ice skating quite a lot. And then one of my exes was also an ice skater, an ice hockey player. I don't know if he still plays or not. This is way back in high school. So like, I would go to games with him and go to games with his family, watch his games, like things like that. So I really enjoy, like, I'm really enjoying this hockey content that's coming out because I really enjoy hockey. Cannot find my jersey for the life of me. I just got a jersey years ago from my team, but I don't know where it is. Same with my rugby top. I've lost my rugby top. I don't know what's going on. They'll be somewhere in the house, and I'll just put them away in storage somewhere. But anyway, yeah, really enjoyed it. Really liked, like, it's like a second chance romance, Grumpy Sunshine. So like, Pippa and Jamie knew each other in high school, but while they were very aware of each other, they thought the other was not aware of the other. So like, Pippa knew who Jamie was and was like totally in love with him in high school, but was pretty sure he didn't know she even existed, and vice versa. Jamie was like totally enamored by Pippa and was like, she doesn't even realize, like, know I existed. But obviously we know that they both are like totally in love with each other. And then Pippa gets dumped by her trash ex-boyfriend, who's now like a professional singer, and she comes home from the tour and desperately needs a job, and her sister gets her a job as this hockey player's assistant. And when he opens the door, it's Jamie, and he's like, oh crap, and is like, nope, nope, and goes immediate to like shutdown mode because he doesn't know what to do. And she's like, oh god, he doesn't remember me, I'm just not going to say anything. And he's like, she doesn't remember me, I'm not going to say anything. So they live for this little while, like, her working, well, she does like one day, because he finds this dog, this like homeless dog, and takes it home, because of course he does, because he's an absolute cinnamon roll. And she's there to look after the dog, so she does one day, and then he gets her fired. He's like, no, I can't have her in my house, because he's like still totally in love with her, but doesn't want to, like, he's like, I can't be around her because I need to focus on hockey. And then he needs to focus on his mum as well, who's got a lot of mental health issues, and he looks after her, and he takes on everybody's burdens. So he's like, no, I can't have the distraction. So he gets her fired. And so the next day she goes to his store with cupcakes, rage cupcakes, and is like, listen here, dickhead, I need this job. You're gonna hire me back. And he's like, did you just call me a dickhead and then ask for your job back? And she's like, yes. But so yeah, they end up, like, it's so, I just love them together. They're so cute together, and it's so funny because he's so grumpy, but he's grumpy because he shuts down. Like, he doesn't know what to do, so he just like gives one word answers or grunts or, like, you know, that sort of thing, when he's actually internally is like like, you know, that, like, imagine like the character like running back and forward in his head screaming, like that sort of thing. It's so funny, so funny. I really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed it so much. Like, so I read the whole thing in one night, and then eventually got to sleep, and I struggled a bit because my hip was really sore, but now I'm up, my hip's not so bad. But yeah, I've been blabbing now for 10 minutes. I don't know if this will be 10 minutes for you, because I'll like cut out pauses and stuff, but it's been 10 minutes for me, so I'm gonna go. Mistakes were made. I kept my hair up in a towel longer than my hair wanted me to, and now this is happening. This absolute bull. I was like, right, I'll try and rescue it by blow drying it, and it did not work. So now my hair looks stupid. Anywho, I'm sure it'll sort itself out. But I'm currently reading the Green Lady. I was going to say Grey Lady. This is my next read on my TBR. I have in my head that I was going to do something upstairs and now I can't remember what it is. And it's not just like one thing. There's a few things and I've forgotten them. So I'm making myself a cup of tea. I'm going to sit, I'm watching Becca Sprints, and I'll see if I can remember. Good evening. It is Sunday still. And on the urging of my friends, I have kind of dumped my TBR for the moment, and I picked up Wildfire because I couldn't stop thinking about it, and honestly it was just going to make me slump not reading it. I'm already 117 pages in and I'm really enjoying it. I'm glad there was like a little bit, well, not a little bit, like there was a mention of something that happened in Icebreaker so that I could like reorientate myself with who Russ was, because I could not for the life of me remember who he was. I've had my hair up in a clip, so it's being really weird right now. And this I regret having tried to fix my hair. Anyway, but yeah, just a wee update on, give me an update on who Russ was, so that's fine. I'm now reorientated and really, really enjoying it. It's really funny because they both read romance novels, like Rory reads romance novels, and there's like a little bit of a miscommunication trope in this, and when she realises what's happened, she's like, oh my god, this is a miscommunication thing. You made me a communicator. She's like really distressed by it. It's really funny. But yeah, I would have been further in the book, but I've just been watching someone. So there's someone on TikTok that I've been watching who's reading Percy Jackson and the Olympians for the first time, and she got to she was reading chapter 15 of The Last Olympian live on TikTok, so I tuned in hoping that she would read chapter 16, and she did. And that's where, like, for me, it just, like, kills me. It absolutely kills me, that chapter. It just, oh. I'm not going to spoil it for anybody who's not read it, but if you have read it, you'll know. And just every time, like, I've read it 10 plus times. I must have read Percy Jackson. I read it twice last year, and I've read it this year. Like, but dear God, still, every time, that gets me. Every time. But yeah, so I watched her read that. She was reading it loud. So as it was getting to it, like, the minute the scene started, so the minute the Draken is introduced, I started crying. I just went, it's like if I'm reading The Fault in Our Stars, the minute they fly to Amsterdam, that's me crying for the rest of the book. Or the movie. So yeah, Draken was introduced, I started crying, she's reading this on live, and she's talking to the chat, and I'm like, well, you just read the book. So she gets to that part, she's like, no! And I'm like, yep, this is what I've been waiting for you to get to. Since book 1, I've been waiting for her to get to this part, because she really enjoys Greek mythology. And I've read, like, the Iliad, the Odyssey, like, all that, so yeah, she finally got there, and I stopped to cry for a little while with her, and now I'm on the next chapter of this, chapter 12 of this. I think what I'm going to do is, I need to take some painkillers before I go to bed, and so what I'm going to do is take the painkillers, read a chapter while they kick in, and then get up and go up to bed. My hip is still really, really sore. Like, I don't know if I've told you this or not, but I think last week or the week before, I can't remember, my right hip came out of its socket, like full on properly came out of its socket. I went back in, may have been walking on it, not quite in the socket for a while, and then the other night my left hip was really sore, so I was trying to like crack my hip because I felt like I needed cracked. Although right now it's clicking. But yeah, so I cracked my left hip, or I tried to crack my left hip, and my right hip cracked, and it was an almighty, like, Kay heard it, and she was like, oh, that was the wrong one, wasn't it? And I was like, yeah, that was the wrong one. And I don't know what I've done. I don't know if it's subluxed or what, but since then, the sort of tissue around my hip has been, like, I could feel that it's swollen. Like, it's really, like, my left hip, around my left hip is really squishy, like, my normal, like, squishy thigh type thing. But around my right hip, it's, like, solid. It's like, you can tell it's got fluid in it from the trauma. So my hip's really, really stiff and really, really sore. And it's only really not sore if I'm lying on my back or if I'm sitting up. Walking is really painful. Moving in general is really painful. And because I'm not able to walk properly, it's hurting my back. So it's a whole thing. And the pain is like radiating down. My knee's really sore. My ankle is really sore and stuff. So it's just been a bit more difficult. So I'm going to take the painkillers, wait until they kick in, and then go upstairs and hopefully sleep. I could not sleep last night. I think I've definitely told you this. Couldn't sleep last night. I had the most horrendous migraine and the pain in my hip. So I ended up starting and finishing Behind the Net by Stephanie Archer. Really enjoyed that. If you like Wildfire, you will love Behind the Net because it is not a bit... I don't want to say it's better. I feel like it's obvious that Stephanie Archer has been writing for longer than Hannah Grace. She's honed her craft a bit more, and you could tell that with the writing style. And just with the way the characters are so fully formed, whereas in Wildfire they didn't feel quite as fully formed. But did I say Icebreaker? If I didn't, I meant Icebreaker. In Wildfire, I can tell that Hannah Grace has improved from Icebreaker. So, you know, it's just that's the difference. He's a pro hockey player, so they're older. So it's slightly, again, the dynamic's slightly different from Icebreaker. But if you like Icebreaker, I think you will love Behind the Net. It is on KU. So, you can go read that. But for now, I'm going to go and say goodnight to you, say goodbye, and finish the vlog here. I am really, really excited to read more of Wildfire, and I will tell you more about it in next week's vlog. In honour of Wildfire, if you do me a little fire emoji in the comments, if you want to let me know you're here but didn't want to say anything, or don't know what to say, and I will see you in the next video.